I just want to say at the outset that Arana Nation, the commander-in-chief of Arana Nation, yours truly, I salute r/Wall Street Bets. Whoever you guys are, I salute you. I salute you. Now, I don't know. I mean, hopefully you guys, you guys seem for real for now. But what you have done to the New World Order stormtroopers on Wall Street, I salute you right now, today, on the 29th of January, 2021, which is the new 1776. You guys are heroes. Now, I want to explain what has been going on in the stock market in simple terms to my audience. So just sit back, relax, and I will explain to you what's going on. I have dubbed this the stock wars, the share wars, the stock wars. First, let me explain how the stock market works. Every public company will put their stocks on the stock market. They will put themselves on the stock market. You don't have to, but companies that want to, really make money will put themselves on the stock market. That's how Mark Zuckerberg really got rich. That's how the founders of Google and Netflix, they got rich, because they put up initial public offerings. So what they did is they put a piece of themselves on the stock market. They sold a piece of their company on the stock market so that people can buy and sell a piece of the company. So when you buy a stock in Walmart, you're buying a piece of that. So depending on how much you can afford. So let me give you an example of something that I'm talking about. Let's say GameStop, because that's going to be the subject of this video. GameStop right now is at $276.54. So each stock of GameStop is worth $276. Now it's $277.26. And you can buy 10 shares, you can buy 20. If you have the money, you do it. So like, say if I want to buy 10 shares of GameStop, not advising you to do that, but if you did, then it would be $271.92 times 10, and you would need $2,719.20 in order to do that. Okay, that's how you buy the stock. And then what you are hoping for is that the price of the stock will go up, and then you can eventually sell it for a profit, or you can hold on to it thinking that it'll go up even more. That's how the stock market works. However, there are some people who buy and sell in the stock market who want to make money based on companies going down, losing money, which I think is a very wicked and evil thing to do. It was banned in France and much of Europe. Now it's been unbanned by the globalists. But what these guys will do, and it's usually hedge fund managers, they will look at a company like GameStop and they will say, you know what? We bet that GameStop stock will go down. We think it'll go down. And even if we don't think it'll go down, and some people are even so cruel and evil that they will try and bash GameStop in the media and in the public so that it will go down. They'll force it to go down. So they want to bash the company. They'll say all kind of terrible things about GameStop. Oh, it's a brick and mortar. It's going out of business. GameStop is horrible. They're terrible. They're evil. But don't buy. Oh, they're awful. And you get hedge fund managers who'll go on CNBC, Fox Business, BNN, which is the Canadian version of CNBC, Bloomberg. All these financials are just pummeling a stock, and then the stock price goes down because confidence in that company goes down. So people start selling. I don't want no part of this. Now enter r/Wall Street Bets. r/Wall Street Bets is a Reddit forum. It's a group of people on Reddit who are angry with hedge fund managers making money by tearing down companies. They don't like that. And a lot of these hedge fund managers, what they're doing, especially with this pandemic, they want to tear down companies so that they can eventually have people like Mitt Romney, who was once a, what's that word? When he used to run Bain Capital, where he would, invest in companies and do all kind of stuff. Let me look up the word. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. Bain Capital. What's that word? What was he? He was a private equity. You'll have private equity people like Mitt Romney, or even like, those Dragon's Den people who invest in companies, but they will invest in companies on pennies on the dollar, or even the Chinese. A lot of these hedge fund managers, they're in the pocket of the Chinese. They will rubbish a company so bad so the stock price will go down so that they make their money. They bet that the stock market goes down. So average stock investor thinks that the stock will go up so they can make money. These guys have made it so that they make money when stocks go down so that they get their cut. And then some Chinese company, which is run by the Communist Party, will then come in and buy up that company on the stock market, where the stock has been so badly beaten that they can buy it for pennies on the dollar and then take over GameStop or whatever. And then before you know it, that's how America eventually becomes run by the Chinese and the Saudis, because the Saudis do this too. The Saudis, they do this with our oil companies. Chinese do it with blue chip companies and people like Mitt Romney and stuff. And then what they do is that they'll run these companies. They will try and cut costs by closing down a bunch of GameStops and firing people and then reselling it for and then the stock slowly goes back up, but then they resell it. But I'm digressing a little bit. Now let's enter r/Wall Street Bets. These guys are angry at the fact that hedge fund managers make money by making a stock price go down, which then makes people less confident in the company. So what r/Wall Street Bets have decided to do is they get everybody to come together and buy stocks in GameStop. And what that does is that drives the price of GameStop stock. That's such a hard word to say. GameStop stock. Try saying that 5 times. Up. Right? They make the price go up because they gather as many people as they can. They tell people to borrow money, which I am very much against. Do not borrow money to put on the stock market. If you're putting money in the stock market, be prepared to lose it. But anyway, they're doing this to create war, okay? And war is bloody. And they make the stock go up. So then what happens is that the hedge fund managers who are trying to make money with the stock going down, they're suddenly losing money. And they're like, what the hell? What is happening here? And they're losing money. So then what happens is that they have to make up, and this part is a little bit more complicated, but essentially what these hedge fund managers do is they have to reverse their shorting. It's called shorting. When you try and make money for a stock to go down, that's called shorting the stock. So they have to back off of the shorting, which then makes the stock go up even higher because people say, hey, if these hedge fund managers are not trying to don't think that the stock will go down, maybe it's going to go up. So then it goes up even more. And that's why we are in the position we are today, where GameStop just a week ago was 19 bloody doggone dollars, has now turned into $255.17. It looks like it's going a little bit down now. It was up $3.79. It opened $3.79 today. It went to $413.98, and now it's at $2.55. That's probably because a lot of people now have realized that they've won. They've beaten the hedge funds. They've beaten them at their own game. And now they're cashing in and getting in some money. And then they'll take that money and buy hookers with it. I don't know what they'll do with it. But, they'll also have to pay taxes. But that's a different story. And the reason I support r/Wall Street Bets is because Wall Street does that to stocks every day. They do that to our economy every day. Every single day. And it is evil to want to do everything you can to drive down the price of a stock so that other people can, evil people can come in, overseas people, Chinese, whatever, can then come in and buy up that stock for pennies on the dollar, and then you make money on that stock price going down. That to me is evil. For you to make money because the price of a company's stock goes down is evil. And so Wall Street Bets came in and they said, let's punish these guys. And they have. They really, really have. And it's not about GameStop. Look, I'll tell you, GameStop should not be at that price, okay? It really shouldn't. But I would never try to make money based on the price of a stock going down. That's just evil. And what makes it even worse is that a lot of these guys go on the news and talk trash about GameStop to make the price go down even further. And then what ends up happening is that, what I think is going to end up happening is that you'll have some Chinese company try to buy up GameStop for a cheap price. And then our economy is taken over by China or Saudi or whoever. I don't like that. I really don't like that. And I salute. And look, what r/Wall Street Bets has just done, the hedge fund guys do this to us. The difference is r/Wall Street Bets has just made a lot of average, ordinary individuals a lot of money and taken that money from the hedge fund guys. Whereas the hedge fund guys, they take from the poor and give to the rich. r/Wall Street Bets take from the rich and give to the poor, like Robin Hood. And speaking of Robin Hood, I think it is so insulting for that Robin Hood brokerage app to call itself Robin Hood, but then they want to prevent people from buying GameStop stocks because they think that it's all a big scam, but they've never ever done that to the hedge fund managers who have scammed the stock exchange since trading stocks began. So they're trying to protect the rich and punish the poor. Don't call yourself Robin Hood. Call yourself the IRS. But one thing I will say is don't put your money in GameStop because this is a stock war that's going on right now. And unless you're a part of that war, don't put your money in GameStop. I personally think that because these guys from r/Wall Street Bets have won, I think they should sell and just take the money. They've won. Don't get too overzealous. You've beaten. I mean, even Robinhood now, the Robinhood brokerage app, they've now bended and said, oh, we made a mistake. You can buy GameStop stocks all you want, They've capitulated. The hedge funds have lost lots of money. And this is one of the biggest ways that the New World Order is going to be beaten. A lot of people were asking me, how do you invest in gold? Well, there's a number of ways that you can invest in gold. There are a lot of companies, you've probably seen them, where they say, buy this gold coin or things like that. You can go from those companies, get those gold coins, and you can hold on to it, and then you can resell it when the price of gold goes up. It's similar to stocks. That's the way I do it. There's ETFs and stuff, but that's a bit complicated for me. My advice is to, and I'm not a financial expert licensed or anything like that, so I'm just saying what I do, what I've done. And I'm not going to do anything that's going to hurt me. I invest in gold coins. I buy gold coins from, those companies. They're all over the internet. Look up, get a gold coin. Get a gold coin, hold on to it. And then when the price of gold goes up, which it will, because confidence in the stock market, confidence in the dollar, which is only fiat currency, that's going down. And when that goes down, the confidence in gold goes up. And then you sell that and you get your money. And while we're on that subject, I think that gold and silver should be considered legal tender. They do that in Utah. I think that should be done. I think that people should have a choice of whether to use fiat currency, which is currency like the Canadian dollar, the American dollar, the euro, the pound, which is just the only reason of its existence is based on the confidence of the government, versus gold, which is it's something. It's something real. It's real. It's God's money. It's not man-made money, which the confidence is going down. So that's when I say invest in gold, do it the way I do it if you want to. That's the way I do it, and I think getting into gold right now is a pretty good idea. And with that being said, I support r/wallstreetbets. You guys have really, really, really taught the New World Order stooges on Wall Street a powerful, powerful, powerful lesson. And that lesson is, we the people are waking up and we know how to fight back. And we are going to. We're going to fight back Wall Street. We're going to fight back the government. We're going to fight back Big Pharma. 2021 is the new 1776. And with that being said, this is the